Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. This is the week 20 must own and drop fantasy basketball players. Y'all ready to get into it? 3, 2, 1, let's get it, let's go. Boom. If you guys are new to the channel, guys, I just want to say welcome to Easy Buckets. We are a fantasy basketball channel. We talk about fantasy basketball on a daily to weekly basis. If you guys need personal fantasy basketball advice, go check out my Patreon account, guys, where you guys have access to a one-on-one messaging platform with me and also have access to community feeds where you guys can share your opinions to other Easy Gang fans. I highly recommend you guys do that and check it out because you guys don't want to miss the opportunity on being one of the earliest members of the Easy Gang. But before I go to the list, I just want to give out my Easy Gang shout out to one of my earliest Patreons, and that is to Mike Hammonds. Thank you, Mike, for supporting the Easy community and also being a part of Easy Buckets Easy Gang early on. Yeah, shout out to you, Mike, and hopefully more join. But without wasting any more of your time, we're going straight to the list. The first thing we're going to talk about, guys, is the must-own players. Basically, these guys have been iffy throughout the whole fantasy season, and now they seem to be a must-own target or a player you guys should have in your team going into the fantasy playoffs. Chetty Osman of the Cleveland Cavaliers, guys, has been one of the main offensive tempos and one of the main players on the Cleveland Cavaliers, even though they are losing games. He is playing plus 30 minutes a game, averaging about 19 points over the past week, and since the All-Star break, he has played basketball like Cleveland is his team. What's special about him is he's averaging 3.73 points a game and also getting good amount of rebounds and assists as their starting small forward. So Chetty Osman should be a good player to give you threes and points and all-around stats for your teams now. Dennis Smith Jr. of the New York Knicks, guys, whether you like it or not, whether or not he's the most efficient fantasy player out there or not, he's still gonna put up numbers on your statistical board because he is the main player now of the New York Knicks, especially with him getting plus 30 minutes a game. He's getting plus 7 assists per game now, and also on a nightly basis could score up to 25 plus points. Without a doubt, on nights he'll give you some bad games of maybe 10 points, but the other stats of him averaging 1.7 steals a game is definitely helpful. Jonas Valanciunas of now the Memphis Grizzlies has been one of the biggest talks so far, and going into week 20 and almost into the fantasy playoffs, JV is going to be a big center for you guys, and especially you can probably find him on your waiver wires. Averaging about 19 points a game and 10 rebounds with 1.7 blocks over the past week, JV is a must own and must be on your rosters. Tyler Johnson of the Phoenix Suns, guys, has played basketball since he got traded to that team. Like, you know what? This is my time to shine. He's averaged about 17 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists since the All-Star break, guys. And Tyler Johnson seems to be comfortable at that point guard spot because he's getting plus 30 minutes a game. He's being owned plus 11% in all leagues around, and you know what? It's time you pick him up too because he gives you 3-pointers, good rebounding for a point guard, and good assists for a point guard. Avery Bradley of the Memphis Grizzlies, guys, he's now the shooting guard of that team, the player that's going to score, the player that's going to play defense, but the point is he's going to give you all-around stats offensively and defensively. And because he seems to be that veteran on that team, he's going to get plus 30 minutes a game. He's averaged about 15 points the past week playing heavy minutes, and that is a good player for your fantasy teams. Tim Hardaway Jr. of the Dallas Mavericks, guys, since he got traded from the Knicks to Dallas, it seems like he has new life in him, averaging about 19 points a game, playing plus 30 minutes alongside Luka Doncic. With him being the second scoring option on that team, he's highly suggested, guys, because earlier in the season he was playing really bad for the New York Knicks. He trended down really low, but now he's trending back up to be a must-own player to give you threes and points. His field goal percentage is still a problem, but still, if he's giving you plus 20 points a game, that's worth it. Moving over to the drop candidate players, guys, players that you know what could potentially, you guys own your team, could not be giving you the best value, and you guys are considered dropping them. I'm giving that okay that these players are not entering a drop candidate list. But being on a drop candidate list doesn't mean you have to drop them, but potentially they could be a better player out there. The first player is Gary Harris of the Denver Nuggets, guys, and if you guys don't know, Denver is a really good team all around, especially because of their backup shooting guard and small forward in Craig and Beasley. And with Harris, you know what, had a really bad season with injury. He didn't play a lot of games. They're really comfortable with Malik Beasley and Craig playing that shooting guard position. Gary Harris is going to get about 20 minutes a game, but the point is, averaging 9 points a game is not going to help you win a fantasy championship. Caris LeVert of the Brooklyn Nets, guys, since his return, he had a decent return, but now he's just trending down and down because the Brooklyn Nets are crowded at that backcourt spot, especially now with Dinwiddie almost a certain return. LeVert is definitely going to lose a lot of value because there's so much better point guards and shooting guards out there on that team. Don't get me wrong, LeVert has great potential in the NBA. He's still a great player, but alongside D'Angelo Russell and Spencer Dinwiddie, he's not going to be that must-own player anymore. Chris Dunn of the Chicago Bulls has been trending down, guys, over the past weeks, and since the All-Star game, you know what? He's just not playing the best basketball he can. He's averaged only 7 points and 3.7 assists, shooting horribly, a lot of turnovers, and just, he's not worth owning anymore, guys. He's actually a drop candidate, must drop actually, for a hotter waiver wire. Josh Jackson of the Phoenix Suns, guys. Since Tyler Johnson's development, his increase in value, Josh Jackson has just lost a lot of value, guys. He had a really good time playing when TJ Warren got hurt, but now he's just not playing the best basketball that he once was in the mid-season value. He's averaging only 9 points a game now since his 15 before, and is trending down because Tyler Johnson, Mikal Bridges is just taking a lot of those minutes away from him. He could potentially pick it back up, but as of right now, he's a must-drop player. Tyreke Evans of the Indiana Pacers, guys, is probably one of the biggest mid-season disappointments, only because since Oladipo got injured and said to miss the whole season, we all expected the veteran Tyreke Evans to take over at the shooting guard position, but since that time, he has not done that. He's got hit with injuries. Even when he's playing, he's not being productive. And averaged only about 7 points since that time, and it's not worth it. Drop Tyreke Evans. I know I hyped him myself when that injury stood out, but that was a common thing. We all thought he would hype out, break out, and be a better player, but it just didn't happen. And you know what? That's life. Jahlil Okafor of the New Orleans Pelicans, guys, was a hot player in the midseason. You guys all know that when AD went down, when all the news about AD went down, Jahlil just went off. He averaged about 20 points, 11 rebounds, did all that for you. But now, since that AD drama, AD is still playing every single game. And even though he's not playing plus 35 minutes a game, he's still playing plus 25. And that's hurting Okafor's value. Okafor only averaged about 5 points since the All-Star break and 3.5 rebounds, and that's not what you need in your fantasy team, guys. Get rid of him for a better waiver wire pickup. But of course, if the AD situation, turns out worse, Okafor could potentially get better. Alright, guys, well, that wraps up the list on the Week 20 fantasy basketball, the must-own, the drop candidates, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, please click that thumbs up button and show your love and support. If you guys are new to the channel, guys, welcome to Easy Buckets. We are a fantasy basketball channel, and you guys know that. So if you love fantasy basketball and basketball, hit that subscribe button and don't miss any of my videos by clicking on that notificational bell. Once again, guys, if you guys need fantasy basketball advice, I am open to you guys on my Patreon platform. Guys, just go check out the link in my description. I would love for you guys to join the Easy Gang. I'm gonna start doing Easy Gang shoutouts at the end of every video, guys, and right now I'm really happy with the growth. So I would love for you guys to join that community because you guys will love it. But other than that, guys, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you guys next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!
I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'm a key with it like no, this league business.